How do you want to start this? It's my 21st. Let's start that.
Yep. Everybody, it was Jacob's birthday last week. Happy birthday to Jacob. Everybody.
Thanks for your wishes, guys. I heard it all. I really heard it all.
Did you hear them all singing for you?
Comment down below. This is a birthday episode, so we're only talking about me. Sam doesn't talk at all in this episode at all. It's all about me. And look, love it or hate it, it's happening. Love it or hate it. He's gesturing to talk to me. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see it. But at the moment, I don't really know what to say now. Look, roll the intro music. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Regular Size Man podcast. You are joined by myself, Jacob, who is now 21, and my good friend Samuel, who is already 21 and has posted about that on his YouTube at Stoidify, so go check that out. If you didn't listen to the intro for whatever reason and have just jumped in like where we are now, what can I say? I mean, Sam's not talking because I did call him out and now I'm kind of regretting it because I don't think I can carry the show on my own as much as I like to think I can. I really, really can't. So we're going to see how long I can go. It's probably going to be like 2 more seconds. Sam, please jump in.
Am I allowed to talk now?
You are allowed to talk now. Yeah, you can talk.
Fantastic. Well, how are you? Otherwise, I heard you had a bit of a big weekend.
I'm 21. That's how I am.
So you spent spent it in true 21 fashion.
Man, I spent so much money. I did. I really, really did. So much. I had pizza 3 nights in a row.
That's living.
I don't feel good at all. Like, it's just genuinely not good feels at all. I had a salad today for lunch to try and detox myself, and it kind of worked. I feel a little bit better, but not really.
Yeah, that's fair.
I feel great. I feel old. I feel wise.
Do you?
Yeah, I still don't know how to do my own laundry, but I feel wise.
Do you have any knowledge which you could send on us? I don't know.
Come on, give me a sentence and then I can bequeath you of some knowledge.
How does one get further in life, Jacob?
They work hard, Sam. They work hard. It's as simple as that, and I've known that since I was 12, and that's why I got a really good ATAR. Shout out.
Did you?
I got the best out of our group.
You think you did the best? You did better than me in the end. I was like on track for doing really well in high school, and then I had a bit of a mental breakdown, and I ended up doing really badly. But now I'm a uni dropout, so the ATAR doesn't really matter at all. But that's okay. Anyway,
ATARs don't mean shit. If you're doing your ATAR right now, ATARs don't mean shit.
No, we're meant to encourage people to do their best. You said people work hard, and now you're saying it doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, but no, work hard if that's what you need to do. But that don't mean shit. Honestly, they don't. It doesn't matter half a year after you get it. Let's be honest.
Yeah, fair. Anyway, moving on to our podcast about pop culture. Rather than giving life advice, have you watched anything in the past week, or is this just going to be your segment?
My! Oh, actually, you know what? I got really, really drunk, and we all watched Revenge of the Sith on Saturday night.
Good movie.
Yeah, I really, really sucked though because I fell asleep. We were all waiting for them to get to Mustafar and fight. And I missed the fight, and I woke up when Padme was giving birth. So,
dude,
not a good scene to jump back into.
Missed out on that's disappointing.
But on the positive side, I went back to my room, and there was a TV in my room, and I put it on, and I watched the shopping channel for an hour. So
why? Because
that was the thing on. No, I watched that, and I watched like NCIS, which was still shit. But that's all I didn't watch it. I watched that, and then on a weekly update, I am on to Fast and Furious 4 now because I finished number 3.
Tokyo Drift.
The worst one.
Yeah. Tokyo Drift has a soft spot in my heart. Didn't you cry when Han died?
Not really. I liked Han. Han was cool. I got a little bit. I liked Han, if I'm completely honest with you. He was kind of cool. I liked his vibe. I liked his lines. I hated that he let, I don't even remember his name, the main dude use his car.
The 40-year-old, 18-year-old?
My God, don't try and convince me that man is 18. He is, dude, he has a receding hairline. And like, I know people are able to grow beards, unlike myself and like yourself. But there is no way you have that much stubble at 18.
I had a full beard at 18, man.
Yeah, but like but this dude looked like he had like grease paint.
Oh, it's fair enough.
It was disgusting.
Anyway, we don't talk about the acting in Tokyo Drift. We just appreciate the cars.
The cars. The cars are quite nice. The one thing I did like is I liked the twist they had with the drifting. Like it wasn't it wasn't just about going fast.
Yeah.
It was like there is some skill to this now. So I didn't hate that. And Bow Wow is always cool.
Yeah, we love Bow Wow.
Because of course there'd be a token black dude with a do-rag in Japan, in a Japanese school. That made perfect sense.
Leave Bow Wow out of this, man.
Do you not think that kind of was weird to me?
Leave Tokyo Drift alone. Leave it alone. It's my movie.
It was weird, man.
Let me have it, alright?
Felt like I was watching Jaden Smith grow up after a couple of years in the Karate Kid.
Jesus Christ.
That's what
Anyway,
it looked like to me.
I'm going to move on from this conversation.
Yeah.
I watched The Other Guys the other night. Last night, actually.
Yeah.
It actually wasn't that bad of a movie. So it's about like Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg, and they're cops, but they're like the other guys. They're like not the reject cops, but they're like, they don't do anything. They just kind of sit there.
They're desk buddies.
They're desk buddies, essentially. And then something happens, and they start becoming cops, and they have to solve something, and it's pretty funny. Like, there's some really funny gags in it. Like, Will Ferrell plays this real, like, scared, stuck-up, like, you know... Like, not stuck-up, sorry. He plays, like, this real scared and timid character who doesn't like going outside. And he's not really sociable or anything. But in the movie, he's married to Eva Mendes. And, like, all
Lucky
these other...
boy.
Yeah, he's, like, married to all these women who are, like, you know, meant to be, like, really attractive. And Mark Wahlberg's sitting there, like, how do you have a way with women? And he's just kind of, like... brushing them off as it's like nothing. Like, she goes to give him a kiss and he's like, no, not now, honey, not now. And like all these women throw himself at him throughout the movie, and like gags like that were really funny. And the action was alright. Like, it was just like one of those movies you can just sit back
and just
enjoy for what it is.
What would you like? Where would you put it on, like, your, like, in terms of Will Ferrell movies? Where does it rank? It's one of his better ones. He's one of his better performances overall. He's very funny in this movie. Yeah, okay.
And some of the gags and just the character he plays, it's really good. He plays similar. Think of like Anchorman, but just a little bit more sane. But like, it's just the same amount of weirdness to it. You know what I mean? What would you say is Will Ferrell's like
Talladega Nights?
Talladega Nights, yeah. My favorite.
I haven't watched that.
That is my favorite comedy movie ever.
I really should watch it. I think it's on Stan, to be honest. I should watch it, in all honesty.
I found a top with him on it.
Yeah.
Like
I think I have seen that.
It's at Culture Kings.
Yeah.
And I was like, I really want this. Because dude, once you watch that movie, it's one of my favorite comedy movies. I don't know why it has a special place in my heart, but every time I watch that movie, I'm in stitches.
Look, in all honesty, I might actually watch it tonight.
I'll watch it with you. We can watch it tomorrow night.
Yeah, we could do it tomorrow night.
We could do it. We'll suss it out.
We'll suss it out.
Anyway.
Just come over early tomorrow and we'll do it. We'll watch it tomorrow. Seriously, let's do it.
Say less. All right. But anyway, yeah.
What would you say is his worst?
His worst movie.
I'm not just trying to fill into... Well, by the way, guys, we don't have a lot to talk about this week.
There's nothing
news
going
is
on.
News is scarce. I'm not just trying to fill time. I'm actually curious.
Worst Will Ferrell movie?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to Google like what his bad. Give me yours.
Look, I don't. Give me a sec, because I'm just gonna try rattle off some that I know. There's Get Hard, which I don't think is terrible.
I thought that was alright.
Get Hard's not terrible. Oh, you know what? What's the one where he's the parent? Daddy's Home.
Daddy's Home. No, Daddy's Home 2's fucking awful.
Daddy's Home 2 isn't very good. Is not very good at all. I'm talking. By the way, I'm talking in terms of cult Will Ferrell movies. You know.
Yeah. See, I think Daddy's Home was alright. Daddy's Home 2, like, Daddy's Home was actually pretty funny. It had some good lines in there. But Daddy's Home 2 is literally the same movie, copy and pasted. And there was only one time in the entire movie where I laughed, which was a thermostat joke.
Yeah.
Because
Dad's adjusting the thermostat.
Yeah, because the daughter came in and she adjusted the thermostat, and all three dads, because it's like Will Ferrell, Mark Wahlberg's dads come in to it too, and they give Mark Wahlberg's character a 5-minute rant on how he is not a dad and he's like losing control of his family because his daughter changes the thermostat, and that was funny.
Yeah,
but
okay.
That was the only time I laughed in the entire like hour and a half movie. And then also John Cena was like promoted to be in it, and he was in it for like 10 minutes. But anyway, moving on. Holmes and Watson, I heard, was pretty.
We should actually watch that. I want to watch Holmes and Watson.
Oh really?
Yeah, I know. I've heard it's genuinely awful, but I would like to see it.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Daddy's Home 2.
Yeah.
But I'm looking here, and a lot of the other ones I haven't seen. That I could give you bad Adam
Sandler. I'm trying to talk like cult movies. Obviously, Step Brothers is probably the best. You'd probably go with like Anchorman. Obviously, you would.
We're gonna watch Talladega Nights together.
Okay. You would go with that, obviously, but you'd definitely put like Anchorman, Step Brothers up there. Yep. And then maybe something like what's it called? It was on my mind for Elf.
Elf was good.
Yeah.
Elf was good, and the other guys is up there as well. But Yeah, Anchorman was hilarious. The
Campaign.
That's fucking
very
hilarious
good movie.
as well. That
very
is
good movie.
so funny. I absolutely love that.
Semi-Pro's not bad.
I haven't seen Semi-Pro.
I've heard Blades of Glory is quite good. Well, like it's very, at the very least, it's middle of the road. By the way, I'm talking very relative. I'm talking like comedy good. I'm not talking like film good.
Yeah. What about Adam Sandler? A lot of people compare the two, but who do you think makes better?
Adam
better
Sandler
movies?
makes. Well, overall, I think Adam Sandler makes better movies.
He's made a lot of shit ones lately, though. I'm swearing too much.
Yeah, look, his Netflix ones. A lot of his Netflix ones aren't great. Uncut Gems is obviously a masterpiece.
That doesn't count in this.
That doesn't
I'm
count.
talking about, okay, sports movies. Will Ferrell versus Adam Sandler.
Just sports.
Mm-hmm.
No, just sports.
Just sports movies.
We're
We're not going to count Uncut Gems though, because it's not a comedy.
Probably Will Ferrell.
Interesting.
Only because what has Adam Sandler got? The Waterboy. Is it called The Longest Yard? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I know it's that one.
I'm gonna Google it.
But he plays basketball in Grown Ups.
Yeah, we'll count Grown Ups.
What? No way.
Okay, fine. Adam Sandler. Okay, we got Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, fair. That's
Waterboy.
look. I will say this. I think Happy Gilmore was the best out of either of those two.
Yep. Happy Waterboy, Longest Yard.
That's it for sport.
I think it is.
But in saying that, a lot of his films have an element of sport in them.
Yeah, he does love his basketball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Benchwarmers.
No, that's not him. He's not in it.
Well, apparently
It's Robert Schneider and David Spade. I think he produces it.
He produced it. Yeah. Thanks, Google. Anger Man. Yeah, no, he's had some shitters though. That's My Boy.
I don't hate That's My Boy. It's not
pretty
amazing.
bad.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
I know.
Did you like Jack and Jill?
Dude.
You know what we should do, like next week or something? We should compare Will Ferrell and Adam Sandler.
I think that's a good thing.
In all seriousness,
this has been a trailer for next week's episode.
In all seriousness, let's do it.
All right, we'll watch a couple movies.
So what we'll do? Yeah, we'll watch the movies that that are renowned and that we haven't seen. And what we'll do is both of us will pick a side, Adam Sandler or Will Ferrell.
I'm taking Will Ferrell.
Good, because I wanted Adam Sandler.
Okay, easy.
And we'll argue the two. I think that'd actually be really quite good.
So episode 40 has just been a trailer for next week.
I'm serious. We're doing that next week.
Okay, done deal.
Even if something massive drops, we're doing that next week.
Well, we can do both.
Yeah,
anyway,
I'm excited.
Moving on. I think we just get into our more nerdier stuff.
I'm cool with that.
Doom Patrol. So now Doom Patrol's kind of been that show that's been compared to Titans over in DC's like TV universe. Titans has gotten a bit more traction because it was on Netflix internationally and DC Universe in America and Canada, but you know, DC Universe is not available worldwide for some reason.
Come on, man.
Anyway, sorry, getting upset. So Doom Patrol wasn't on Netflix, but it's been on Foxtel, which a lot of people don't have. But DC have been nice enough to place the first 3 episodes on DC's YouTube channel on June 22nd. So about now, when you're watching this episode or listening to this podcast, it will be up on YouTube, the first 3 episodes of Doom Patrol Season 1. Now, I have spoken to my cousin who's watched this and a mate as well. Both of them have said it shits all over Titans. Apparently, it's
I've
amazing.
heard that too.
So I'm keen to watch it. I think we will watch it probably before next week. Maybe. I don't know. I'm watching Avatar.
I'm gonna do my best. I picked up Swamp Thing this week, so I really want to watch Swamp Thing, but I'm trying to fit in a lot, man. Because I want to at least watch a Fast and Furious 4. We're now doing the Will Ferrell and Adam Sandler thing, which I'm committing to.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get a couple of Avatar episodes in.
You do.
And then that. I can do it.
But it's gonna be hard.
It's gonna be hard.
I think you can do it.
No, I'll do it.
Don't worry.
Oh, by the way, just quickly, just quietly, I got an free Amazon Prime subscription for a year with my new phone.
For a year?
With my new phone.
Does that mean you can give me that Twitch Prime sub?
Yeah, it means we're also gonna watch some stuff.
Dude, can you please watch Fight Club then? It's a good movie.
Yeah, but we're gonna watch some stuff as well.
Oh yeah, 100%.
The stuff that you can watch on there. So
thank you. See, this is sweetheart.
We're good to go. Anyway, sorry. Yes.
Anyway, so.
Where was the train? Choo choo.
Choo choo. All aboard. Anyway, so the first 3 episodes will be on YouTube.
It's
That's
coming
awesome
back next
DC.
week.
Awesome for DC to do so.
Yeah,
We'll talk about it next week if we can fit an episode in. Otherwise, we'll just continue on with
it's 3 eps. I reckon we can fit 3 in.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, anyway, that's going to be happening. But
also, this is in anticipation for season 2 coming out this week, I think, as well.
Yeah, it's coming out very shortly. They're hyping it up because it's going to be on HBO Max and whatever. And
apparently, it's really good, man. I've heard really good things about it. Brendan Fraser's in it, which is quite big, actually.
Yeah.
What's her name? I don't know if you've seen 2.5 Men.
Yeah.
The chick that plays Candy's in it.
Oh.
And she's actually a really good actress.
There you go.
Have you seen
Probably not.
Orange is the New Black?
A little bit.
I don't know who she plays, but she's in it somewhere. She plays a Cuban girl because she's Cuban.
Yeah.
She's in it. Apparently, she's quite good.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a cyborg in it as well.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Watch it.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm really interested.
Alright, fine, we'll watch it. Add it to the list.
Alright.
Can we make like an official list? We'll like have a whiteboard and we'll write down all the shows that we need to watch.
We-
Because we keep saying we're gonna watch
In
shows,
all
but we never do.
seriousness, yeah. I want to, yeah, because, look, it sounds silly, but I feel productive when I wipe some of those things off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. But yeah, moving on with DC, we got some big news about
That's some huge news,
Michael Keaton is cast as Batman. Now,
reprising.
Sorry, Batman. Now. This gives a lot. So, firstly, Robert Pattinson's still happening, but
Pattinson is still happening.
But Michael Keaton is going to be playing Batman in the upcoming Flash movie. Now, this makes 2 movies. Which ones?
What?
Makes 2 movies. It brings canon to certain movies in the DCEU.
Which would be?
I think it's Batman. You sent this in the group earlier.
Well, I don't know what you're trying to say.
Oh my god.
I mean, I'm on the group now.
Look, you said it in literally your message.
Oh, it makes Batman and Batman Returns canon to the...
Thank you.
Sorry.
I was prompting you in to start talking about
sorry,
this topic.
I'm not going to lie to you. That's probably the one dot point on the thing that I found that I didn't remember. It makes, like, Michael Keaton's original Batman films canon.
Yes.
But it doesn't. It doesn't, though. Or... I don't know. I've heard conflicting reports. Am I going to get into this now?
Yeah.
Is that okay? Cool.
I was passing the baton to you.
Cool. So like I've heard very, very conflicting things. I've heard firstly that, and this is what I think I'm going to run with, and I think what is happening is that Michael Keaton is playing Flashpoint Batman, which Flashpoint Batman, if you don't know, is where Bruce Wayne dies and his mother and his father live, and his mother becomes the Joker and his father becomes the Batman.
Damn.
So I've got it for you. Oh no, I don't have it for you. I gave Sam the animated movie, so I finally got it onto him. So he's gonna watch some Batman ones. I'll give you the Justice League one too, the Flashpoint one too, because that's like that's a really, really good rundown of it. Anyway.
Okay. Anyway, go on. So that's a recommendation to the viewers.
Yeah. Massive. Like if you're gonna watch one, watch that one.
Which one is it? Justice
League Flashpoint.
Okay.
So basically, yeah, so he becomes he's the Batman, but he uses guns and all this stuff. He's really cool. He's like a badass. From what I've read, like that's what he's kind of doing.
Mm-hmm.
But I could be wrong. He's replacing Ben Affleck as like the DCEU's Batman.
Yeah.
But not replacing Pattinson, as you said. Pattinson's thing is a whole separate project, which I'd imagine, I'm not necessarily saying fits in with the Joker, even though that's what I think it is.
Mm.
But it's similar to the Joker in the sense that it's in a different...
Yeah, I thought it was in the 90s. So really what it could be like Michael Keaton's like past. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's what they could be going
As I
for.
said to you earlier, when Ben Affleck was it, maybe it's Ben Affleck younger.
Yeah, it could even be that.
So, look, we don't know. It might not even be connected at all, which I think also might be the case, because I don't think they're looking to do a continuity with that kind of... I don't know. Look, I don't know, man. I'm not DC. Sorry for the swearing. I don't know. I'm not DC.
Dude, I've been swearing way too much. I gotta stop. I'm so sorry. I apologize.
I need to stop too. I'm a bad influence.
I'm really tired. I feel like when I get tired, I do drop a few more cuss words, and I apologize. But that's okay.
It's okay. All right. But yeah, but there's also been rumors this week that Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who plays Bruce Wayne... what's his name? What's Bruce's dad's name? Why don't I know Bruce's dad's name?
I'm having a blank here too. Anyway, Bruce Wayne's dad.
Mr. Wayne. Let's go with Mr. Wayne.
Father
Jeffrey
Wayne.
Dean Morgan plays him in Batman vs Superman and all that, and all the iterations in this one. There's also rumors that he's gonna be playing Flashpoint Batman.
Right.
Which a lot of people have been asking for a very long time actually, because he fits it very, very well. Anyway, regardless, so we don't technically know what's going on with Keaton and how he fits into it. But even if it's Flashpoint, it also means that they could open it up to a whole another slew of dimensions where Keaton is just one Batman from a different dimension, not necessarily Flashpoint Batman.
Right.
So I don't know where they're going to go with that. There's also a thing that's saying that he is going to be like the DCEU's Nick Fury.
Right.
And that he's going to pop up in a lot of different movies and
just being like an overlooker for everyone.
Yeah, kind of. I would imagine. So that could tease the fact that maybe he's a future Batman, and he knows what happens, and he tries to form the team, or
Yeah.
who knows, man? Like
There's
they
a lot
could
of
go
different
down.
stories
They could go down a lot of different routes. I'm sure we'll hear some. It'll probably be a couple months till we hear some news about it. But this is big news in terms of casting.
But would you want to see DC kind of like? Do you think it'd be too confusing for the the mainstream viewer to kind of understand that like this is part of the DCEU, but Pattinson's Batman's not going to be part of this, but then this movie will be a part of it because the way I see it, I think Marvel was kind of aimed towards a bigger audience, and they were able to balance that whole new viewer versus long-time fan there really well. But I think DC has more. Like,
You mean by making a movie a standalone movie and you can understand it,
yeah,
but it's also part of a big picture?
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So they did that very well, and they did that with like post-credit scenes or like subtle jokes or references and stuff. But it never took away like if you're a new viewer from the rest of the movie. You could.
I mean, it's harder for us to say this, but you could go and watch a Black Panther and be like, "This is cool, this is awesome," but not give a shit about the rest of the MCU.
Exactly. That's my point. But I think DC has much more diehard fans than Marvel. And that I will say that I 100% think that DC fans are much more loyal and much more diehard. Like, you argue with a DC fan about how Marvel's better and they will slaughter you.
Yeah,
Whereas if you argue with a Marvel fan,
they might
still
stuff.
slaughter you, but like the likelihood of a DC fan slaughtering me is much higher. I think their fans are very diehard.
Yeah, I would agree with that for sure. I think it's look, I think at the end of the day, it's just going to be confusing until we get a confirmation of anything.
Yeah, no shit.
I think, honestly, until the Batman movie comes out, we're not going to, we're going to be in confusion. Until we get a trailer at the very least. Maybe a trailer. Because, again, the Joker I don't think anyone's officially said the Joker's not part of the DCEU.
I think, yeah.
I just don't think, I think what they've said is that, I don't even know. I don't think they've said explicitly that it's not. I could be wrong about that.
Right.
But I don't think they've said it's not.
They haven't. They've been kind of left it up in the air.
Yeah.
And I think that was Todd Phillips just kind of saying, like, even in terms of a sequel or whether it's compared, like, in comparison to Pattinson, it's just kind of like, I made this movie. It explains the Joker really, really well. And if you want to use it for the rest of the DCU, go ahead. But I'm not going to say anything about it.
I think so too.
And
I think
it's
you're spot on.
Going to be up to DC to decide what is gonna what they're gonna do with it.
I think that the Batman will be the big tipping point, not tipping point, the big teller. Very good. Thank you. That was exactly what I needed. It's going to be the big teller in terms of, are they doing DCEU and are they doing Batman Joker universe? Obviously,
Side by side.
I mean, like, they'll have more than Batman Joker. I'm just calling it that.
Yeah, but they'll have like those two.
And they'll have those two side by side, and they'll make films for both universes. Or are they doing DCEU? Because they're doing DCEU.
Yeah,
like they
Flash.
are. It's confirmed. There's Shazam 2, Flashpoint with reprising characters. Like, they're doing that.
Superman's coming back.
Aquaman 2. Like,
there's so
Black
many.
Adam.
Wonder Woman 84.
They're doing that.
Yeah, that's 100%.
The question is whether they're doing that and then they're doing a Joker and Batman universe, or they're doing a lot of different standalone films.
Yeah.
Or whether they're doing the Joker and Batman doing their own thing and then going to link up with DCEU. Whether that's in like a multiverse kind of factor, a multiverse kind of way, or whether that's the Batman and Joker are set years before and it's like, who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think the Batman's going to be the real teller.
Yeah, I agree. I think we just need to wait for some time and we'll finally get some clarity. DC, please give us some answers. I'm getting bored of no new movie news. Now just give me something.
What's your theory behind it? Do you think they're going to do like standalone films and then DCEU, or?
See, I feel like DC are money hungry, very money hungry to the point where they will like string together a bunch of movies in order to build a bigger thing. Because Marvel did it worked. But in saying that, they rushed it initially.
We've said this before.
And I've said multiple times. They rushed it and they failed. They blew up in their face. So whether they try but they're still kind of going with it, with the whole DCEU. So I think what they're going to do is they're going to do it. I think they're going to do what you said, and they're going to bring Batman in later, and they're going to tie the story in. Because what I think they're doing...
Well, where they're going to have Pattinson as a younger Batman, then it continues.
So Joker was set in the 80s, 70s, something like... Anyway, set like years ago.
Early 80s, I think.
Early 80s. And then Pattinson's going to be set in the 90s, and they're going to run the DCEU and do like all these movies, but then they're going to bring in a modern day Batman who I don't think it'll be Robert Pattinson. I'll think it'll be after him.
Yeah.
The Batman after him to come in and play that same Batman, or like
that's in the DCEU.
In the DCEU alongside.
So Affleck's. Like, obviously not Affleck, but Affleck's Batman.
Yeah, to play Affleck's Batman as, like, a grown-up Robert Pattinson in, like, 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, because sorry, you done?
I didn't want to cut you off.
I'm really sorry, I didn't want to cut you off.
I don't know, though, because Joker, Joaquin Phoenix was obviously quite old, so I don't think they could really do that same Joker going forward. So I don't know what they're going to do there. I would prefer, honestly, to do a Batman and Joker trilogy. Like, and then have the DCU separate and bring Batman in later. Yeah. I don't think you need Batman at the moment. Batman has had his good movies. He's had the Dark Knight trilogy, which was amazing. All 3 movies. I mean, like, you know, debate about Dark Knight Rises, but all in all, that whole trilogy was amazing.
Still good movie. I mean, underwhelming maybe, but still good movie.
That's my point. Like, some people don't like it as much. But anyway, that does justice for Batman as a character and their movies. You know, there are other characters like Shazam, like Flash, who haven't really gotten that movie recognition yet, and I think you can kind of roll with that, and you can kind of really bring out some movies
like a Guardians kind of thing,
like a Guardians, and really build up the name. Like Flash, I would say is much more popular, but like on the big screen, Flash has never really had a big mainstream movie that's done really well, and you could bring in other characters too, like Green Lantern and stuff, and you can kind of build a whole thing around that, rather than going back to Batman and, you know, potentially tarnishing his reputation with a shit movie. Like, Like, I think Superman's reputation has been tarnished a little bit in the last 5 to 10 years because of what DCU's done to it.
For sure.
I think you can bring in, like, Flash, Cyborg, and other characters who, you know, and continue on with Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and Shazam, and really build up something good there.
Yeah, look, if I'm gonna, like, I'm gonna just storyboard for a little bit, pretend there's, like, a big whiteboard here, and I'm writing all this shit down, because it's gonna get real complicated,
all right,
okay?
Number 1.
So, number 1, I think one route the DC can go is what they do is they have the Joker, and then they have Batman, and like Pattinson's Batman, and I would be very shocked. The Batman's going to do okay. At the very worst, it'll do okay. It's not going to do bad. It's going to do okay.
It'll do at least 100.
No, it'll do way more than 100.
No, sorry. It'll do at least I reckon 250 at least.
It'll earn its money back, and it'll make a little bit more, even if it's shit. Yeah. So I think that at the very least, they're going to do a trilogy with Pattinson. I find it very hard to believe that they're going to sign an actor who's not old, relatively young, for a Batman movie and only have him for one movie.
Yeah.
I find it very hard to believe that. So, and they've obviously got Zoe Kravitz. Like, they got big names for major characters. I'd be surprised if they don't do something else with that. So I think at the very least, they're going to do 3 movies with that.
Yeah.
Joker's already had its 1 movie. I do think the Joker 2 will happen. I don't know if it's going to be called Joker 2, but I do think that it might bleed into Pattinson's.
Right.
So I think that one option they've got is they have the DCEU doing its own thing, and whether they have a Batman in it or not, it's still going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do think they'll do a side thing where they either connect the Joker and the Pattinson universe, which I do think is going to happen.
Yeah.
Because I think Joaquin Phoenix might be down for it still. I think the reason I think he would be is because you've got an actor like Pattinson, who is he's a very good actor. He's not just a big body. Like, he's not just someone that looks good. He's got range and all that. And I think that Joaquin Phoenix would be more down for something that's like you know, something that's like layered rather than a straight up comic thing.
Yeah.
With big muscles.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one route they can go down. 2, I think that, as we've said multiple times, I think they do a continuation where the Batman continues from the starts in the 90s, continues right in, and then Pattinson's turns into Affleck's, and Pattinson still gets his 3 movies.
True.
And then the Joker's just its own thing. The Joker, whether it has another one or not, it's just its own thing.
I honestly don't want to see Joaquin Phoenix Joker go up against Pattinson, because I think you have the Dark Knight. I think that's just perfect for a Batman v Joker movie and just a depiction of it. I don't think you need another movie. That's just me personally. I don't know if I'm sounding old. Like, you know, I'm saying this is perfect. Yeah. I don't think you need an updated one.
But it's going to happen.
I know it's going to happen, but I don't think it's needed yet. Like, you know, the Dark Knight 2008's not an old movie. Like, it's old, but like the quality of the movie is not like shit.
But at the same time, the Batman's gonna meet the Joker, and if you have both of those existing characters, it's gonna happen. Like, it would have happened. It would have happened with Leto's and Affleck's.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I'd prefer if they didn't.
Yeah.
I'd prefer if they utilized other
enough,
characters.
fair enough.
Because The Dark Knight is the perfect Batman movie, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There's not much you can't improve that movie at all.
And that's why I think I'm with you. That's why I think that what they should do is connect the Joker and Batman, have a sequel for Batman, have a sequel for Joker, and then the third movie in both trilogies is a together movie.
Right.
Don't know how you do it. Not going to speculate. Not going to try and think of how you do it.
Yeah.
But it's Joker 1, Joker 2, Batman 1, Batman 2, Joker and Batman.
Yeah, I could say that.
You don't call it Joker and Batman. Oh, maybe you do. Maybe, I don't care what you call
Batman
it. But it's the third in each trilogy.
But Joaquin Phoenix does not have an iPhone in that movie.
Exactly. And it's kind of a thing where it's like, like the Joker's been there the Joker, like there's been teasers in Batman 2 or even Batman 1 and Joker 2 that both the Batman and the Joker exist in this universe, and maybe the Joker's pulling some strings. And obviously Joaquin Phoenix isn't a Joker that's going to beat the shit out of anyone.
Yeah.
But he's going to, what I want to see in a Joker is him getting beaten the crap out of from Batman and laughing his head off and still, doing his thing. But he's got henchmen to kind of try and beat Batman up, but he's still pulling the strings.
Yeah.
And I think you can do that. I reckon it would look sick, and I think that would be the perfect way to do it. Have Batman 1, 2, Joker 1, 2, and then the third.
All right. I can see it.
I would love that.
I can see it. I definitely can see it.
I think both, from everything we've heard about Batman, I think it fits tonally. I think it's going to be a similar tone to Joker.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
I hope DC does go down that darker route in that sense, because
with those movies or overall?
Those movies.
Yeah.
I think. See, the problem is though, when I say that, I don't want the DCU to turn into a comedy thing like Marvel. I think I think DC needs to be darker.
I think they're going to go lighter.
And I don't want them to go lighter. I mean, Shazam's a good example of a movie that they've done really well, but like other characters.
But even Shazam's got sad, not sad, but it's not. I mean, I'm with you. It's a lighter movie, but for the DCU, but it's still it deals with foster parents. It deals with a broken home. It deals with all that kind of stuff, and his mum deliberately leaving him.
I know.
I'm with you. I'm not. This is not me disagreeing with you. I'm just trying to be yeah.
My
100%.
point is Thor Ragnarok is like a comedy. It's essentially a comedy movie. It's an action, but there's so much. There's a joke pulled every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Not even. Yeah. And I love that. But I don't think DC needs that in its entirety.
No way.
And
The Flash will bring some of that.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll go quite like Thor, Ragnarok. I don't think it'll go quite like Ragnarok, but it'll be
Yeah.
I'm with you as well, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll see what happens.
We will see what happens.
We'll get fandom in a couple months.
We'll get fandom. I think will definitely shed some light. Maybe not to exactly what we've been talking about,
but it'll give something.
But it'll give something to. I think it'll be the official announcement of Keaton back.
Batman game.
And his exact role.
Yeah.
But look, man, we'll speculate a bit more then. But I don't know, man. DC's always been a bit of a mess for a while now, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's disappointing.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch The Dark Knight. I need some love. Come at me.
I don't look to The Dark Knight when I need some love.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna end it on that note right there. I don't need to say anything else. I'm gonna end it there.
I think so too.
All right. Well, any concluding remarks, Jacob?
I'll give the conclusion. This has been another awesome 21st episode of myself for my
Happy
own
birthday.
Sentences are my life. I can string one together perfectly. So thank you for all your wishes, because I know they were there. This is a happy 21st, gang. Get keen for next week, because we are definitely doing that Adam Sandler and Will Ferrell. Even if we record this on a Monday, even if on the Sunday night I have to watch every single Will Ferrell movie there's ever been.
Adam Sandler.
And Adam Sandler. I will do it. I don't really need to focus on Will Ferrell, do I?
No, just Adam Sandler.
I want to watch some, because I need some notes to knock the Will Ferrell ones down.
We're watching Talladega.
We'll actually watch that tomorrow.
We'll watch it tomorrow.
Yeah. We'll work it out. Well, maybe we pick 6 movies in each and then go from there.
Fuck, how free do you think I am? Anyway, we'll work it out. Anyway,
we'll do it.
This has been episode 40 of the Regular Size Man podcast. We hope you have a good one.
Happy 21st, Jacob.
Happy birthday, Jacob. I was just about to say that. You cut me off. Anyway, thank you and good night.
See you guys.